Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. We're having a pretty good week this week, but we're coming off such an ugly NFL Sunday. It still makes me a little sick to think about it. Seriously, the Jets and Eagles absolutely broke my heart on Sunday. I lost a killing, so we're on the uphill climb back. Usually I'm pretty good about putting my losses to the side, putting it in the past and keep moving, but that one, that crushed me. But anyway, let's talk Thanksgiving football here. And as always, the first game up is the Detroit Lions. They got the Buffalo Bills this year. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
All right, Bills obviously on the road in Detroit. Lions plus 9.5 is the line, and the action's pretty even here. 53% of the money on Detroit. This is as of Tuesday morning. And there's really no changes here. The public is still split down the middle. The money's still slightly leaning Detroit, and the consensus line is still 9.5, but I did see a couple books drop it to 9, so I think there's a good chance by tomorrow morning, Thanksgiving morning, we're going to be looking at Detroit plus 9. So let's cap this game. If you subscribe to this channel, you already know the first step. We're running the numbers through the spreadsheet. According to the model, the line for this game should be Detroit plus 2.51. So that's a huge lean on the Lions. 6.5 point lean on Detroit here. So let's break this matchup down, and we got to start with the question, what the hell is going on with Josh Allen? I mean, it's been weeks since we've seen him even look like a Pro Bowler, let alone an MVP candidate. I mean, look at his numbers. In his past 3 games, he has just 2 passing touchdowns and 4 interceptions. And look at the beginning of the season versus the last few weeks. Check this out. Through the first 7 weeks of the season, Josh Allen was averaging 314 passing yards a game and an average passer rating of 104.4. In his last 3 games, just 244 pass yards a game and an average passer rating of just 75.27. That is seriously concerning, because if I'm about to lay 9.5 points on the road on just 3 days rest, you're damn right I want a fully functioning Josh Allen on the field. Now, there is a huge mismatch here when it comes to the Bills offense versus the Lions defense. I covered it last week in the Lions-Giants video. The Lions have been terrible at stopping mobile quarterbacks this year. If you remember in the video last week, I was talking about Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, Geno Smith, and then lo and behold, Daniel Jones goes out there and goes over his rushing total. What I completely missed is that the Lions are now 3-1 against the spread in those games after the Giants game. So yeah, opposing quarterbacks are running the ball at a very efficient rate against the Lions, but Detroit's covering the spread in the game, so who cares? So yeah, Josh Allen should have a real nice game running the football here, but there's nothing in the Lions schedule that indicates that means they should get blown out in this game. And if you remember, another thing I said in the Lions video last week is they are very good at defending opposing running backs. Opposing quarterbacks can run on the Lions, but running backs cannot. And then Saquon Barkley, just 15 carries, 22 yards last week. So this Bills offense is going to be resting entirely on the shoulders of Josh Allen. I mean, it kind of always does, but even more so this week that we know how good Detroit's been in stopping opponent running backs. Now, what about the Buffalo Bills defense against the Lions offense? The Bills defense is supposed to be a top 5 unit, right? Well, I'm not so sure anymore. I mean, if you take a look at the Bills defensive DVOA, this is the cumulative numbers week by week. This has been a steady decline. Now, this is a defensive chart, so going up is bad on the defensive chart. Take a look at this. They're getting worse every single week. Through the first 5 games of the Bills season, they were allowing just 12.2 points per game. Through the last 5 games, they're allowing 22.6 points a game. They're allowing 10 more points per game in the last 5. So to reiterate, not only has it been a while since we've seen Josh Allen look elite, but it's also been a while since we've seen the Bills defense look elite, and they're asking us to lay a huge number on the road. I mean, the Bills haven't won in blowout fashion since week 5, and that was a home game against the Steelers and Kenny Pickett's first ever start. Meanwhile, we're talking about a Detroit Lions team that is 7-1-1 against the spread in their 9 home games this year. I mean, seriously, look at the Lions home games. They're not getting blown out at all. They've been playing tough teams too. Look, here are the Lions home games. Week 1, Eagles, they lost by 3. Week 2, Washington, they won by 9. Week 4, Seattle, they lost by 3. Week 8, Miami, they're playing all tough teams at home. They lose by 4. Week 9, Green Bay, they win by 6. I'm not seeing any evidence that laying 9.5 points in this game is a good idea. I mean, NFL home underdogs this year of 7 points or more are 6-0 against the spread so far on the season, even with Jeff Okudah out, which sucks because he's awesome for the Lions. But even with him out, I still have to take the Lions here. Oh, and one last thing. The Buffalo Bills on the road this year are 0-5 against the spread in first halves, and the Detroit Lions have covered 5 straight first half spreads. So what I'm doing is a half unit each. I'm going Lions first half plus 5.5 and Detroit plus 9.5 on the full game. Let's go Lions. If anything changes with these bets, I'll let you know on Twitter. So give me a follow there if you're interested. Also, if you want the final tickets that we put out for all sports, bet of the day, parlays of the day, that kind of stuff, head over to KyleKirms.com or download the Sauce Network app. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Let's bring in some units and have ourselves a good one. Recover from last Sunday. Hope everyone enjoys their day. I'll talk to you on Twitter.